English naya.
English naya.
Good. This guy behind me, obviously the valet unlocks his Ferrari. So I was like, damn. And this guy starts laughing. He's like, but I end up talking to the guys. I was like, oh, I love cars. And then he was like, oh, you like cars? I have Bugatti too. I was like, oh shit, this kid's like 20. Turns out this is like the ruler of a country, you know? Like this kid's the prince. He was like, I just bought this penthouse, 250 million. I'm like,
Dude, I saw one of your videos recently where you cut your eye.
yeah.
Or
I
right
think
underneath
the
your eye.
scar's
What?
still there, right?
What happened?
I was seeing this girl for a little bit, you know. Me and this girl, we get in the car. So she was holding a glass with a drink in it. I just held the glass, which is normal. She's like, okay, no problem. So then we're driving. She's like, okay, just put it in the middle. I'm like, no. The second time she said put it in the middle, I was like, no, just leave it. I'll hold it. She was like, okay, if it's your car, I'm getting out. She opened the door while we're driving. I just slammed the brakes. I'm like, she just took my keys and threw it. And it just hit my face. I understand if me and you have like a heated moment, like you're like, hold the mic like this. I'm like, no. And you're like, just do it. It's my podcast. I know what works. All right. You know, like. Darwaza bandar kar. What?
Yeah.
How do you say close? Bandaro means open.
Bandar means monkey.
The bandaro.
Namandaro means what?
No.
Bandaro, open.
Darwaza band karo means close the door.
Bankaro.
Band karo. Band karo.
Yeah,
close.
can you just shout it out so that they listen to you? They don't listen to me.
Darwaza bankaro.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that's
Good
good
stuff.
Close the door.
I like
Good
Trying to do a podcast.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
serious business.
All right. We actually did prepare like a intro for you, okay?
Okay.
So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Honest Hour podcast. Your host, Shahveer Jaffrey, and with us is the beautiful Mr. Tayyib Naveed. Thank you so much for joining us in this podcast.
It's a pleasure.
But the guest we have today, obviously, you guys already know by the title, but still, I have the luxury of actually introducing the guy. He's Dubai's dazzling YouTube sensation
Thank you very
with
much.
luxurious supercars, elite lifestyle. He's your ticket to the world's biggest luxuries. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Mo Vlogs.
Mohammed Beragadirari.
Dari. Thank you for having me, brother. I appreciate
What's up, man?
it.
How are
Thank
you?
Thank you so
How
much.
are you?
I appreciate it.
Bro, your real name first. Let's start there.
Yeah.
Your real name that
Mohammed.
not many people know.
Yeah, I don't talk about. I mean, my name is Mo Vlogs. Everyone like online, right?
Everyone knows you as Mo.
But my real name Mohammed Beraghdari.
Beraghdari.
Yeah.
And Beraghdari, what does that mean? That's a very interesting, hard to pronounce name. So is mine, by the way.
So I think I don't actually know the exact. I think it means some, and this is someone told me. I really don't know what it means. Someone told me it means something like flag holder. I don't know. Maybe
Beraghdari.
something like in the medieval times, someone who used to hold the flag for war. I don't know exactly, but this is what someone told me.
And they call that guy is a Beraghdari.
Like
The guy who holds the flag.
That's the guy.
The
you
flag
know?
bearer. The flag
Maybe
bearer.
the bearer of the flag. Yeah,
bearer of the
exactly.
flag.
Yeah, maybe that's him.
What flag are you holding?
I don't know.
YouTube?
I don't know. So that's what they told me it means. But that's exactly. I just
That's
don't
awesome,
know.
man.
So
Thank
you
you
never,
so much.
so you never ask your parents about it, like why?
No,
they
never
named-
did. Never came to my mind. Probably should.
Took it at face value.
Yeah.
Flag bearer, yes.
Yeah,
That sounds
that's
good.
the guy.
Sounds good. No, thank you so much for taking time out and making it to our podcast. I suppose this is your first visit in Pakistan.
First time, yeah, first time.
First time in Pakistan, and you gave us your time. First of all, thank
No,
you
no
so much
worries
for
at
that. We've all been following you, getting inspired by you, your content, especially your cars.
Yeah.
Of course.
I
For
love cars.
ages now, man. For ages. Like as long as I can personally remember. I remember you were one of the first people I started watching on YouTube, apart from Casey Neistat. I think you came around the same
Yeah,
time.
this era of YouTubers, I think. Yeah, Casey was a goat, you know?
Yeah.
Still is.
Still is.
Yeah.
When I initially started vlogging, I used to watch his vlogs and just try to do what he's
Yeah, I
doing.
think everyone, at one point, everyone was like, how do I get that style? Like, everyone bought those little, like, tripods and things, you
Yeah.
know?
Joby,
Yeah, those gorilla pods.
Gorilla Pods, yes.
Yeah.
And put like a big ass mic on it and just
Yeah.
like
It
vlog
was
around.
so heavy. I think everyone got, like, biceps doing that.
Yeah. I used to like put like I remember I never understood how he shoots most of his content, but you know when you watch it, you just get an idea. So you just put like a
Yeah, I
put
used
the
to, like,
tripod on the
screw
road, you run
Yeah,
around,
screw
you run past it,
around.
and then you come back, you pick it up, you close, and then you
Exactly.
do it all over again.
I used to do that for like months. I remember just like scooter around. And it was like exhausting.
Yeah, man. Those were.
No, but
those
I'm
were
happy
good
to be
times.
here in Pakistan. This was a long time coming. Like, I was supposed to come Pakistan like for over a year, I think.
Every single time you have been to India, I think the most people out of Pakistan were wondering
When are
why
you
not
coming to
Pakistan?
Like, when are you coming
You're
to Pakistan?
literally just like a few kilometers away.
You know, the thing is, I've always wanted to come. And recently I was like, okay, you know what? I have to go to Pakistan. I have to go. Because I've been saying it for such a long time. And it's like, I feel like I'm lying at this point. Like, am I actually ever going to go? And then this time I was going to come round. Everyone's scared of Pakistan.
Why do you think that
I
is?
don't know. Like, genuinely, like, the second I told everyone I'm going to Pakistan, oh, be careful. Be careful. Are you sure? And I'm like, what are you guys crazy? Like, where am I going? You know? And that's the thing. For me, like, I hate when people listen to the news. And especially this trip when I was coming, there was like, I guess some missiles from Pakistan to Iran, Iran to Pakistan. So my mom was like, have you seen the news? I'm like, Mom, the news is the news, you know? Like, it's not like that. I was like, 10 years ago, people used to say, if you come to Dubai, they'll chop off your hand. Who's chopping off hands in Dubai? Like, they're like, oh, if you touch your girlfriend, then the finger will get cut off. I'm like, listen, that was the thing. I don't know if you remember. Americans used to say
I've
that.
never heard that.
Yeah,
if you talk to a girl in Dubai, they chop off your fingers.
They don't, but that's what
No,
Americans
I mean, like,
used
that
to
was
say.
the PR. That was the PR.
Yeah, so I just told them, listen, it's the same thing about Pakistan. Like, it's good. This is just like, you know, people have like a false image of things. And that's why I came here. I was like, you know what? I came alone. I was like, listen, I'm going alone. And just to let you guys know, it's so safe. I don't need security. I don't need like 10 people with me alone. So
I'm
but that's
here.
the crazy thing that even now, like in 2024, like people still have like these concepts about countries, you know? And I'm here, I'm like, yo, this is safer. This is safer than UK.
Oh,
I'm from UK, you know?
110%.
And I think like people like you can portray this image.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
the world
I'm
that
from there.
it's-
Like, I know, like, I'm going around at 9 p.m. here. I probably wouldn't do that, you know, in some places.
So again, you know, it all comes down to which area you were in.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying like the entire
Exactly,
country,
you know?
in all the world, all the countries around the world are always safe in every single area at all the time.
UK
That's not
is
true.
super safe if you just know how to move.
Exactly.
America is super safe if you go to the right places. Same as Pakistan. I'm sure if we go somewhere here, it might be, you know, a bit dangerous, you know, but it's just if you go to the right places, you're probably fine anywhere in the world.
Absolutely. When I came in 2019, so again, from Canada, right? I came to Pakistan in 2019. I was born and raised in Pakistan. At the age of 11 or 12, I moved to Canada,
Yeah.
and then I came back just 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So when I got back, I was also, because of the news, and because I was away from Pakistan for such a long time, I forgot how Pakistan really was because I left it while I was so young.
Yeah.
And when I came back, before I came back, all I heard were the things that you're
Yeah.
talking about, like, you know, just be careful. Especially my parents are still in Canada, so they used to worry about me a lot. Just be careful because you watch the news and the PR is so bad worldwide that this happened now, that went down now, this attack, that attack.
Yeah.
So you get a really bad image in your head. But when I came over here, and by the way, because I'm a vlogger, I also had a chance to visit the entire country.
Yeah.
I swear to God, there are places over here that you'd go and you'd be like, this is heaven on earth. Untouched,
Yeah.
untouched, beautiful. The
Yeah.
people are really nice. The country itself is beautiful, and it's super safe. I mean, I've been living here for 5 years, and I can proudly say that I'm actually in a safe country. Whereas in Canada, so
Yeah.
my wife, Canada is known as one of the safest countries in the world, and it is.
I thought
a
it
far
isn't it
majority,
safe?
right? It is. But see, my wife, she's from Pakistan, born, raised, grown up in Pakistan.
Yeah.
So we got married. We had a chance to go to Canada this year, June.
Yeah.
We go there. One of my best friends, he got a car and it got stolen next day.
Yeah.
So my wife is like, safety. Did that ever happen in Pakistan? I'm like, I don't know what to say to you.
Yeah.
So it is true, but it's not true at the same time. So
Yeah,
it
exactly.
really depends on the PR the country is getting.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so far it's been amazing. I mean, this would really age badly if something happened to me in the next few days. Like, it's
Nothing is gonna
amazing.
happen
And
to
then
you.
next thing you know, Mo Vlog's dead. All right, well, there goes the interview.
Nothing's gonna happen to you, man. You're in a safe house.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm in the best place right now. I've
You
heard this
are.
is like the Palm Jumeirah of Pakistan.
It is.
The area we're in right now, you know?
Have you been to Raya? You're gonna go to
Yeah, but
Raya.
So
Yeah,
when
they're
we go to
speaking about
Raya,
this.
you're literally it looks like city walk.
Wow.
Literally.
I mean, I have to figure out. I hope it does.
It is city
I mean,
walk.
don't get your expectations too
Of
high.
course, but
Dubai
still.
is Dubai. We're
Yeah.
speaking of Dubai. Like
No,
Dubai
yeah,
is
I
like
love
something
Dubai.
else.
I think like there would never be another Dubai, you know?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi
2030.
Arabia. I think Saudi it's gonna take a while. I mean, I hope it does. Like the better, you know. Like I love Saudi. I've been there, but it'll take a while. Like Dubai's just done so much, you know?
Yeah.
It'll take at least 10, 20 years to catch up to what they built, you know?
Sure. I mean, w- Saudi is following the exact plan Dubai followed,
Yeah.
except now they're pumping even more money with all of these building the sports city and
Yeah.
going towards sports. And next, I think they're going towards entertainment. I think
hope so.
they legalized
I want
alcohol as
everywhere in
well.
Middle East. Actually, yeah, that's crazy.
That is like if you think about it, like I don't know how
Also,
to take
like
that.
how Dubai introduced this golden visa thing. They
Yeah.
also introduced this premium residency
Really?
for 5 years. Yeah, of course, to attract people.
It's like they're
Because of
following the
course that's-
blueprint, the Dubai blueprint.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what brings you to Pakistan? That's what I want to get down to. Like,
So I love traveling, you know. I love learning, you know, seeing new places. I always consider life and the world as like a game, you know. So when you're in a game, you always go to the different parts of the map, you know. And it's just fascinating why people don't live life the same way. Like normally people live in one country and just stay there for like 10, 20 years and just never travel. Like if you're playing a game, you wouldn't stay in the same spot the whole time, right? You would like go see this part of the map or this part. And that's I don't know, that's my concept of life. I just think it's just a game. We're here temporarily, you know, just go find out the world, you know. Just
So you
go
love to do experiences.
Yeah, just go explore. I mean, look, we're gonna die. That's the
that's true.
the end of
End
life,
game.
you know, is
Yeah,
coming. So
Yeah.
I
he
mean,
was like, "What?
yeah,
We're
that's
gonna
a-
die?"
That's the
No,
thing,
no,
I
of
always tell
course.
people it's crazy.
I
Like
didn't
people,
know that.
people take life so seriously, you know. Like
Yeah.
we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
We're here. It's literally just like a game. So just go explore every parts of the map if you can, you know. Try out different things.
That's a great analogy, actually. Now that like if you think about it, if you're actually playing a game, you wouldn't stay in one spot. You'd move
course.
around. That's such a good analogy.
Yeah, it's like imagine just like sticking in one place. You wouldn't even see the whole. Like imagine dying, but you've only been like 10% of Earth. Like people are excited about going to Mars and the moon, like, but they still haven't seen like Japan, you know, or other countries. So just like at least see the world we're in, and then figure out if you want to go to the moon. You know.
No, that's true. You wouldn't want to die knowing that Pakistan or thinking that Pakistan was a threat.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I'm
And
just
now,
like,
now
I've
you
been
know.
there.
You've been there, checked off.
Yeah,
That's good.
tick.
I mean, you've been to India, you've been to Pakistan. How many countries have you traveled to?
I think quite a lot, probably like 20, 30. I just don't know exactly how many. I forget. But I've been to quite a few. I've been to China.
You have.
Yeah,
How was that?
I liked it. It was nice.
I want to go there, but you know,
A
there was this-
misconception again, right?
So here comes another misconception.
Yeah.
Which you will clarify. So I was watching this one reel, and it said it was telling you the amount of animals are consumed every single year, and it just went like
Like ducks and
tortoise, dogs,
cats. I saw that
cats,
reel.
dogs, 440 million a year. I'm like, what the, what?
Yeah.
I've been to China. I didn't see them eating dogs, but I'm sure there must be
Yeah.
like if it's a fact, right? But like I just never saw a dog getting killed and eaten.
Yeah,
I don't want to see it. Maybe I stayed away from that.
They are
area.
eating dogs down there. 110%.
I think maybe bat soup is a thing, right?
Like,
Yeah.
you know, like people even say, oh, there's a lizard. The Chinese might eat it. Like, is that true?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a
even
thing.
know.
It's a thing. I think. But look, I think they probably do eat.
The
stuff,
thing is,
but,
it's such a big population. You got to eat everything. If you think about it, like no,
the
it's not a
population is
diss.
crazy. It
I mean,
is.
I mean,
you know,
same thing in-
China is so
Mhm.
advanced, like
Of course.
insanely advanced.
I think we are living because of China, this technology, this
Yeah.
tech.
I agree with you. Yeah,
They have their own versions of even
Yeah.
like social media. I
course.
don't think
They
have
use
YouTube.
WeChat.
right?
WeChat.
Yeah, they have
yeah.
WeChat and like their own version of YouTube, which is I think the same
Even
thing.
Facebook, WhatsApp,
Yeah.
everything.
I think WeChat is like everything in one app. Everything you can imagine is in one app.
Yeah,
like
I think
from
that's
your
what
bank
I think that's what Elon Musk is trying to do.
with Twitter,
Yeah,
with X now.
exactly. X. He's like a crazy genius. He's gonna. I heard someone saying like he launched SpaceX just so he can send like satellites as if it's for SpaceX just to control the world or something.
I wouldn't. So, I've read all of his books, and I do consider him a total freaking alien level genius. Like he just does not seem like a guy from our times. Like
Yeah.
the amount of productivity that guy. When you read his books, there's only one outcome that you'll come out with. You'll think that I'm not doing enough with my time.
Yeah.
He does 15 things on a daily basis every single day that would otherwise require a whole month individually
Yeah.
for each thing.
Exactly. He's
Like he
insane.
is insane when it comes to I don't know how his brain works, but even in his interviews he has said this that it's actually not fun to be me because I have a condition
Chaos.
because I cannot stop thinking. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine that being a thing that you cannot stop thinking of new concepts or ideas.
I think yeah, success is like a sickness as well in itself, you know? In any way. Like I think social media creators, it's like in your blood to get views, you know? Like you're just like always like stressed about it. I remember when I was daily vlogging, I used to upload a video and watch the chart go up and down and figure out if I need to change the thumbnail. It was like a disease.
I mean, it's like no matter how much you try to ignore these views, you can't.
Yeah, it's like everyone's like, oh, just upload and ignore it. Like at one point, it was like it was a disease. Like I just sit there
Yeah.
watching the charts. Let me change the thumbnail. Let me change the title. Like it was like literally I couldn't move off my laptop until it was like perfect. You know?
Yeah.
That's true.
I agree with you. I think when it comes to social media, and you probably know a lot more than us, but when it comes to social media, unless and until you treat social media as a thing that you have to hire a team for,
Yeah.
you're gonna burn out at some point.
Exactly.
I feel like it happens with so many YouTubers. It has happened with me. I'm sure it has
Yeah.
happened with you too.
Yep.
That we have never actually considered it like a company. For example, if a company is producing a product,
Yeah.
it came up with like this new viral product that everybody wants. It would go on to hire a marketeer for that product. It would go on to hire a social media team. It would go on to hire a production team and all these different teams that are handling that one product. In social media world, you are the product. We are the product.
Yeah.
And we try to control all aspects of marketing, producing, editing, thinking, creative, pre-production, post-production, title creation, graphic designing, everything ourselves. And that's where the burnout phase comes. And that's where the creativity takes a downturn.
Yeah.
And that's where you realize that, oh shit, I am not doing as well as I used to. I used to do 3 years ago or 4 years ago, because you forgot what your real job was, which was creativity,
Yeah.
not production.
Exactly.
But then you get you're trying to keep up with, we're trying to keep up with the views and all. Everything else.
Yeah, I think those times of like just being that single YouTuber, it just doesn't work anymore. Because now
Not
it's like
anymore.
everyone's upping the game. Like, look at Mr. Beast. The guy is like bigger than Netflix right now. You know, he has a production level the same as I don't know, Amazon or something. You know, so I think it's slowly going to be harder. I mean, look, in every industry, it's going to become harder to compete, right?
Of course.
So I think the times of like just being that kid, you know, that YouTube dream is
Yeah.
like slowly dying of that. Oh, just a kid in the basement with a camera. I mean, it still works to an extent, but like it's just getting more and more competitive. I think
sure.
to stand out, you need to do a lot more. And that's why you see like nowadays live streamers doing the most. Like they're in streets fighting and just
Yeah.
jumping at their screens, like speed, you know, like they have to really stand
That
out.
guy's crazy.
Like the guy just like jumps into his monitor. Like if he's not crazy, I don't know who is.
Bro, I don't understand that guy. Although I love
I love
the
him. I-
persona that I see. I love what I see. But I like, a part of you just thinks like this is an act. But you're telling me behind
It's real. It's real.
off camera that it's all real.
It is. I've seen it. I've seen not speed. I've seen similar people to him, and like you can't keep up with these guys. They're a different breed. It's
Yeah.
like they're a different human, you know. So
I saw the video. I was talking about that video in India. Speed went to India and he gets bit by a snake.
yeah,
The way he reacted, I've never seen another human being or would ever see another human being react that way. He literally went on the ground, took off his pants, and he's just like going like, he's just going like this. Like,
I don't
and I was
know.
like, what are you doing? And they're like, bro, there are more than 50 people in the room, including police,
Yeah,
who are protecting him. And he goes up to the police with no pants and he goes like, you're supposed to protect me. You're supposed to, and he's like going like this. And I was like, oh my God, I've never seen anything like this.
yeah. It's like it's just
It's such high energy content.
you can't keep up with it. I think nowadays for kids to stand out, that's the goal, right? Just
The
I mean, you saw
benchmark.
with Fusi even. I don't know if you watch Fusi, you know.
Not anymore. I used to though, a lot.
Same, but I think recently he started streaming again, and like I think he figured out the formula, I guess. So he called like the police on himself and said, "Oh, they're shooting me." He went to like a mental asylum for a couple
Okay,
months.
so talking
Oh,
about
really?
YouTube.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on. Wait.
yeah,
Did you hear what he said? Zafuzitu went to a mental asylum for a couple
Yeah.
of months. I did not
Really?
know that.
yeah. Because he called the cops on himself, saying they're shooting me, and they arrested him. And I don't know if they legally had to take him to a mental asylum, but I think like nowadays social media is so tough. It's either you have to be crazy or no one's gonna care. And I think that's what we watch. Like that's like as a human, are you gonna watch someone like being normal, or the extreme, which is that's what you tend to watch. It's
I do
dangerous.
agree with you when it comes to the audience retention being the key point here.
Mm.
Yeah.
So if you don't retain your audience for a
Yeah.
longer period of time, YouTube is not going to prefer your or give out your content to more and more people.
Yeah.
So I do understand what you're saying. So you have to be extra crazy. However, at the same time, Joe Rogan seems to be working just fine.
Yeah.
His content is all long form.
So I was saying, like, there's a couple ways. Obviously, Mr. Beast is not crazy in the way he acts. It's either you have to be. Like, Joe Rogan's also been doing it for a while.
20 years.
I don't think a new person could come in with the same formula and keep up. Does that make sense? He's been doing it for years, so obviously that storyline of he's been doing how many X amount, and the people he brings on his podcast, right? If you had Speed or Mr. Beast or bigger guests, it gets views. But obviously, I think there needs to be like a standout point for new creators. I don't see new podcasts unless they're very consistent. Look, you can't be consistent. I'm just saying to really stand out. I'm saying to be the biggest fish. Like obviously, you're gonna do mildly well whatever you do. If you just work hard enough. But like to really be the biggest, you have to stand out.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I was asking, like, talking about this YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Could you walk us through your like creative process? How do you plan your content? Is it like it just comes, or it has a process?
So I think I've been doing YouTube for like 8 years. So when I started, it was just daily vlogs, right? I just picked up the camera, vlogged. Nowadays, it's a bit different because I don't think it works as well as before to just, look, I'm not saying it doesn't work. Maybe I just got bored of it, to do daily vlogs. It just became exhausting. And I think if you're not excited, your audience isn't, Like if I'm just like, oh, okay, guys, I'm showing you a nice car, blah, blah. Like if they see I'm bored, like why would they be excited? But if they see like I'm excited and there's energy in the video, nowadays I kind of in my headspace throughout content. I always say nobody cares about you. Like nobody cares about me. No one cares about you. It's just about what you're doing, right? So that's kind of how I try and treat my content. I'm like, imagine if I was a nobody, like in the video, what would I want to see in the video? Like apart from me as the person in the camera, right? And I think that's what Mr. Beast does. Like, okay, he's not the most entertaining, he's not a crazy character, but he just shows us things that we're like, oh shit, like he just blew up a train, or he put 100 people in a circle and made them compete. So I think that's kind of like the creativity I'm trying to go for nowadays. It's like, what would I watch and be entertained with if the person didn't matter in the video, So I think that's like the long term.
Somebody recently broke it down for me, and they said there are two kinds of content on YouTube now and it kind of opens your eyes. The slice of life that you and I have been doing, vlogging, hey, this is what I'm doing today. That is what I'm going to do tomorrow. This is my new car, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And the spectacle. What is Mr.
What's the
Beast doing?
spectacle?
Blowing up a train, making the largest burger, helicopter ride.
Yeah.
These are all spectacles.
Yeah.
Like big things. Things that gets you to go, oh wow, this guy is actually throwing a train down a pit. That's a spectacle. That is not slice of life.
Yeah.
So the person put both the content in different categories, and it really actually shows you that yes, slice of life used to work, but YouTube now in its present sense is moving towards this spectacle kind of content.
Yeah. I think the slice of life, like that works really well too. But I think to really be good at it, and I say like really good, people need to see everything. Like if you broke up with your girlfriend, if your dad died. And I think for it to do well, like you need to stay connected with them, but sometimes you just can't, Like, are you going to share everything online? Because then you're not living your own life anymore. It's just a show.
Yeah.
So I think you have to kind of, and there's some people that can't do that, You see, like, I guess the Kardashians, like we know every boyfriend they've had and every, every situation in their life. But like, you have to look at yourself and say, okay, is this the life I want? Do I want everyone to know everything? In that case, okay, great, do it. And I think that's kind of like the daily vlogging sense. But I think to keep people interested enough, they need to know everything. But yeah, so that's that aspect. Or like I always say, it's either just be very like drama and just keep people updated with all your dramas and you stay up there, or the Mr. Beast, like work very hard and just do the craziest things every day,
Yeah. Where did you think that you lost interest in vlogging per se?
I think when you do something long enough, you eventually get bored of it, I mean, not to say I've stopped it. I just want to do things that keep me interested now. So not to like just the daily vlogs weren't doing it because I just felt at one point like I'm just making the vlogs for money. That's what I felt like,
So
you know?
like, have you ever had a moment where you just wanted to quit YouTube? It's like, bro, I'm done.
Not really. I've never wanted to quit. I think I just wanted to take some time off just because I love
Yeah.
YouTube. I genuinely, it's like
Mm.
the only thing that kept me interested, you know, growing up. So, but like I felt like with the daily vlogs, I felt like it's a job. It's just becoming just for the money. So I think it was like, okay, this isn't why I started this. I used to enjoy this. Like I used to like wake up and be excited to vlog. So I think that's why I've changed it up. I'm not posting every day anymore. Because at one point, like I genuinely like I was uploading just so I can make money every day. Just like money, 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 money.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, this is just like tiring and like I'm not excited. I can see my viewers are becoming bored. Like they can see like I'm starting to clickbait now. I never used to do this a lot. Like now it's just like, okay, the viewers are dropping, not because of anything. It's just because they can see I'm bored and I'm not doing much in the day. I'm not excited to go out and meet people and you know. And I think you need to, you know, you need to go collab with people, go check out the newest cars. I hated everyone, you know. At one point I was like, oh, I just can't be bothered. I don't want to meet anyone new. I don't want to go to this event and show this newest car. So I think at that point I was just like, okay, you know what? Don't force it, you know? It's like I say, if you want to be like, let's say the best UFC fighter, right? Some of them retire for 2 years and come back. But if those 2 years they were still fighting and just forcing it, they'll just lose fights. And that's actually worse, you know? So I think it's better like if you're exhausted, just take a step back and then come back and be the best again. Like kind of like Tyson, you know?
Yeah.
He took like 2 years, he went through depression, but then he came back and he's the champ again, you know?
Same with Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
He
think
went,
that's
except he went to
kinda-
jail.
Yeah, he went to jail. So that's the thing. I think you have to be competitive in any field you are. So if you feel like you just can't do that, it's probably better just to take a step back and come back, you
Sure.
know? Because otherwise, it's like, imagine you still kept fighting even though you're not in that mode again. You just actually lose a ton of fights. And then, if anything, people would say, oh, well, there he goes.
Imran Khan says a very interesting thing. He used this quote once in his book, and he said that if you have a dream, never compromise the dream, but you may compromise the way you get to that dream.
Yeah.
So if that compromise comes in a way where you take a day off or a couple of months off and redirect your energy towards that eventual goal, by all means do it.
Yeah.
So that is true. Dude, I saw one of your videos recently where you cut your eye.
Yeah.
Or
I
right
think
underneath
the
your eye.
scar's
What
still there, right?
what happened? It's a pretty interesting story, as I've been told.
People
but I
thought it
need
was
to know
fake.
the
Like,
story.
everyone was like, oh, he faked it. Like, it's real. There's a scar, you know?
So first of all, we're gonna put like pictures right here, like what happened to him. Like you can see like the blood flowing
yeah,
down
it
his
was
cheek.
crazy.
What happened?
It was a bit of a messy situation. So,
Mhm.
I was seeing this girl for a little bit, you know. I don't know if I should call it dating. I don't know. Just seeing, you know, casually. I don't know how to call it. Anyways, we finished at my friend's party, right? And we get in the car and we have not fought until like me and this girl, we hadn't had a fight. We're just chilling.
How
I-
long? How long do you know this girl for?
Couple months.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, okay. Like,
Alright,
I thought this is a
yeah.
sane human being, you know? I didn't see any red flags.
Yeah.
I mean,
Didn't know there was like
I
something
didn't
coming
know
your
there was
way
an
that's gonna
abusive
cut your
woman.
eye.
I mean, like till this day, I still don't know what happened, you know?
I love it. All right.
Me and this girl, we get in the car. Like it was the dumbest situation. Like, so she was holding a glass with a drink in it, right?
Mhm.
And then obviously I was in the Ferrari. So it was like kind of shaky when you drive. So I said, let me hold it for you.
And this is in Dubai.
Yeah, listen to me.
Yeah.
So I just held the glass, which is normal. She's like, okay, no problem. So then we're driving. She's like, okay, just put it in the middle. I'm like, no. And then the second time she said put it in the middle, I was like, no, just leave it. I'll hold it. It's my car. Because she was annoying me, you know? I was like, my car, let me just hold it. And then, so no fight. That's it. And then she was like, okay, if it's your car, I'm getting out. Like, this was really weird. Like, what is happening? Like, there's not been a fight, you know?
There's no build up to the
There's
situation.
No, there's no fight. Like,
Yeah.
It's
okay, I
just-
don't understand if me and you have like a heated moment. Like, imagine like you're like, hold the mic like this. I'm like, no. And you're like, just do it. It's my podcast. I know what works. All right. You know, like no fight. Like, there's not even an altercation. Like, you're not like
Yeah.
shouting at me. You're like, no, Mo. Like, it's my podcast. Just hold it up. So that's saying she just said, okay, sure, car, I'm getting out. So like, she opened the door while we're driving. So I
what's-
just slammed the brakes. I'm like, oh, like, is she gonna like jump out? So then when she did that, like, she just took my keys and threw it. and it just hit my face. Now, I don't know if she meant to hit my face, but like she threw it pretty hard, you know?
Yeah, you just went like she took your keys and threw
Like,
it. I'm like, you're
Yeah,
not
she
gonna
took
get
my
a
keys
cut.
and it just like, pow. And then my eye did this, and then
Oh my god! And then what
I
happened?
don't know what happened. Like
Did she walk away?
she just started walking across the street, and this is like late at night, so I'm like, now there's blood in my eye, and this girl is like running across the street, and I'm like, what do I do at this point, you know? So then I went and like got her car to drop it off to her so she can just drive home because her car is still at my house, like at my other house, you know, she had left it there. And I go give her a card. She just doesn't get in it to go home. I'm like, I'm confused. It's not like
And meanwhile, you're bleeding out of your
I'm
eye.
bleeding.
Okay.
And this girl is like going through something, you know? I don't know what it is, you know? Like if she was like drinking or on drugs or something, I'd understand, you know? But no, there's nothing, you know? There's nothing for me to say this reaction came. Until this day, I don't know.
You guys never spoke after that?
No. Like I dropped her home. So eventually we
I'm more curious than you are. Like
I-
I call her up right now. Figure it out.
So here's the thing. After that day, like I just blocked her.
Okay.
But I realized, like, I was like, okay, look, there was like some signs before it that, you know, like she has a bit of a switch, you know, signs. You know, you see the red flags sometimes, you know?
Okay.
So I said, you know what? Like, I'm just obviously like, I'm not going to get married to this person. What am I doing wasting my time? And if anything, I'm going to lose an eye on the way. Like, so I just realized, like, from that day, like, you know what? Like, it was, I'm not even going to say it was a relationship. Like, I'm not even going to waste my time with anything unless it's like going to be long term, you know?
Fair enough.
So I think I learned the hard way, you know?
You
And I
did.
told my friend, I was like, I'm happy this scar is there. Like, every time I look in the mirror, it's a reminder, like, stop.
don't see anybody you're not.
Don't
serious
mess
about.
around, you know? Like, this is God's, like, you know, God's sign, like, don't mess around, or, you know, this is what's going to happen.
That's insane. That's actually crazy.
People think it's fake. The scar's like there. It's not even going to go, you know? I'm just so
It's
happy it
crazy.
wasn't like up. I think I would have been blind.
You also had the chance of meeting Andrew Tate
Yeah.
recently. You did a podcast with him.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was pretty interesting. He's a very interesting guy. So I think when Andrew Tate first came to Dubai, this is when like he was like,
And this is, by the way, this is right before he got arrested, right?
yeah.
Like he did your podcast and then got arrested.
I have a tendency like when people recorded me, they end up in jail.
Shit.
I don't like 6ix9ine was in Dubai. He went to America, got arrested. Same with Tate. Logan Paul was in Dubai. He went and did the Japan thing right after. I don't know. People do bad things after they see. Like it's just a tendency. I don't know why. Just don't be demotivated to come on my podcast or videos.
Guys, if I disappear tomorrow,
Yo, if tomorrow
Right,
you get
I mess
arrested for
up.
something, it's like this is like you know how when Drake bets on a team they always
Yeah.
lose. This is the same curse I have, you know. No, he's a
Shit.
pretty interesting guy. So met him in Dubai, had lots of mutual friends, and when he first came to Dubai, like everyone girls hated him. I think they still do.
Yeah.
One
I
of
think
them,
most girls hate Andrew Tate.
yeah, my sister hated him. You know, as soon as he came, I was like,
No
oh, by
way.
the way, Andrew Tate's coming to Dubai. We might do a podcast. He'll come to the house. She was like, no. I'm like, what you mean no?
Was your sister not also on the podcast though?
She was. But
Okay.
so this is when Andrew Tate first came to Dubai. We ended up doing the podcast 2 months later because of this. My sister was like, no, Andrew Tate is this, Andrew Tate is that. I'm like, listen, okay. I'm trying to like, okay, you hate the guy? Let's do the podcast and tell him everything you hate about him. No problem. If he's a bad guy, just we'll confront him for that, you know? So I ended up meeting him a few times actually. But obviously, because my sister didn't like him, I didn't record anything. We went out a few times, friends, and this and that. Eventually, I convinced her because she found out he has like a charity for animals. It was like her soft spot. She was like, okay, fine. You know, maybe he's not as bad as I think. You know how people like have that misconception. So, yeah, look, he's an interesting guy. He has quite an opinion on things, but I think 90% of the things he says are just things that everyone's thinking, but is too
Yeah.
afraid to say, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's basically so motivational. It just tells you to
Yeah,
do
it's
something
like-
big.
I mean, look, the guy's spitting facts, you know? He's like
Yeah.
saying work hard. Like, okay, I understand he pisses people off, but I think he knows he's doing that. Like, I remember he said one thing that really stuck in my head. He's like, look, I'm trying to teach people. Now, if I just try and teach people, no one listens. But if I say something to piss you off and continue it with a life lesson, just because I annoyed you, you're gonna listen to everything I said.
I saw this entire interview of Andrew Tate with Pierce Morgan.
Yeah.
And in that interview, he had two interviews. The first one, Pierce Morgan grilled Andrew Tate for his beliefs on certain issues,
Yeah.
women issues, or equal pay, or XYZ, whatever, right? And then Pierce Morgan got so much hate for it,
Yeah.
he was forced to invite Andrew Tate the second time. In the entire second interview, Pierce Morgan seems like a Andrew Tate fan.
Yeah.
The entire interview. And that actually goes to, and by the way, Andrew Tate, the way he handled himself throughout the Pierce Morgan interview was something that all of his haters must watch, because they would understand. Because as much as you hate Andrew Tate, probably Pierce Morgan hated more than you, and he really grilled him or put him in multiple corners.
I think he knows how to talk. The guy's like a genius.
Oh my god!
And he's a
Yes.
workaholic, by the way. Like, even when I was supposed to do my podcast, like, he was up at like 8 a.m. messaging me. Our
Mm.
podcast was planned for like 1 p.m. He ended up coming early because he was like, listen, I'm at a coffee shop. Let's just do it earlier because I have things to do. Like, so he's like he's on it. And the crazy thing is, like, I know like at least 5-6 people like in my mutuals that talk to him. He always responds. He's never like that person. Like, I sometimes don't respond to people if I'm on WhatsApp. This guy is just on his phone. Like, when we're out with him, like, okay, on podcasts, he's talking, but when you're out, he's always on his phone working. Just always, he's doing something, which is crazy. I think like people are like, how is he? I'm like, look, on the podcast, you see him. In real life, he's working. I don't even like, no one gets to talk to him. He's just like doing something,
He's invested into something or something.
Exactly. I don't think he likes to just sit around and chit chat. I think unless it's like a very productive thing. So I think that's why he goes on podcasts. This is like work, So he's very productive.
I also heard this very fun story that a guy walked into a house with a suitcase.
In my house?
Yeah. I don't know if that's true or no. No.
I mean, what suitcase? I mean, for sure, but what suitcase?
Even more, man.
I
A
don't
guy
know.
walked into my house with a suitcase. I mean, sure, but
I
think-
think.
Never mind.
So there's this I think so there's this podcast I just saw today,
yeah.
and you were talking about some guy who came from US, came to your house with a
Yeah.
suitcase.
Yeah, that's something we get a lot of. Not nowadays, but before more. Yeah, there's lots of like weird people online. And I always say this, like, I'm a YouTuber that's very like friendly, so I try to take as many photos as I can. We used to have loads of people coming to the house, for photos, fans. I was always nice, even though it's a bit weird, but I'm always like, okay, fine. They're just some kids and stuff. But sometimes there's a dangerous side to it, which you don't normally see. Now, we had this guy fly in from US and he came outside our house, hi, how are you? Take some photos. And he assumed he's going to sleep at our house
Why though?
because he watches my videos.
Okay.
I
think that's a fair point.
fair point, right?
Yeah.
So I think we told him like, hey, no problem. You can take your photos, but you're not staying at my house. So he flew from US with a suitcase, no hotel booked. And he just said, hey, I want to stay with you guys. And obviously, like, I don't know you. You could be a serial killer. You're not going to sleep in my house, right? So I think we told him no. So what he ended up doing is, obviously, we had security, So he tried to jump over the gate, which our security was like, hey, listen, if you do this again, like, you're going to go. And then, so I think he realized he couldn't break into the house. So he ended up sleeping in a neighbor's truck. And like, we saw it from the cameras, like, that he's still there. I think maybe he wanted like the security to sleep and jump out. I don't know what he was trying to do, but he actually got deported. Yeah, Dubai police doesn't take things like
They don't mess around.
They don't mess around. Like,
yeah. I have actually never feared any police as more as Dubai police. Although,
I
like, you
think
don't
they're
even
the
do anything
friendliest.
wrong, but like, you're just like, oh, okay, yeah,
I think they're the friendliest police, but they also have no tolerance for like crime.
yeah.
So it's not like, I always say this, like in countries like America, you could probably like shoot someone and you get like a few weeks or so, like, or you can stab someone.
Which
or,
US are you speaking about?
No, but,
What do
like, you know what I
stab
mean? Like-
somebody,
or not US, but I
Go
think
stand
there
in the
are some
corner.
countries, like where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, not stabbing, but let's say robbing. You can't
Yeah.
rob someone in Dubai and just be like, oh, yeah, I'm out in a few days. No, it's
You're
like
out-
crime is like taken
out of the
seriously.
country.
Exactly.
yeah.
Talking about Dubai police, there was this video which was roaming around the social media. There was one police car for the New Year's Eve there was this one video. There are people, and there's just one car, and everyone is just stopped. Like no one is coming.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't
Have
see
you not
that
seen
video.
it?
Like, are you the protest?
No, it was not
No,
a
I think he's saying
protest.
that they're all listening to the police.
Yeah, it was one car,
Okay.
and there was like thousands of people
Yeah.
behind that car, and that one car was just standing like this in the middle of the road,
Okay.
and like no one could pass that one car.
Oh, okay.
Like there's
okay,
no
okay.
barriers.
Yeah,
There,
there-
Yeah.
there's
So yeah.
nothing. So that's the fear of Dubai police.
No, people
Yeah.
really follow in Dubai, man. Like
think
Dubai
there's-
is
they're
like Dubai
really
is
I
one
nice.
think
of
it
those
has a great
countries-
culture where everyone wants to be. I don't know. It's just like they've set that barrier for safety, and like everyone
Yeah.
there kind of wants to like be known that we are the safest. So it's a great like. That's why I love.
Even
Dubai.
most of the time, you don't see them anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to the beach and my wife and I, we left our phones and we
Yeah.
literally just did our own thing, came
It's
back
so
after an
safe.
hour, and it's just like
Bro, I
nobody took
Literally
nothing.
left my GoPro at JBR, and the next day I went there, and I was
And it
just
was there?
looking for it, and there was a guy who calls me and she says, "What are you looking for?" It's like, I forgot my GoPro yesterday. They come here. It literally gave me.
You know, people think you're lying. You know, like when you
Yeah,
say,
exactly.
When you say Dubai is safe, everyone thinks you're lying.
You know, like even if I,
It's extremely
like
safe.
leave my phone somewhere, or like I don't care.
my
I was
mom
like,
2 days ago, she left her. She
My
came
dad,
home, she's
my
like,
mom,
"Oh, where's
same.
my phone?" She left it in the trolley
yeah.
in the mall. So she went back and it was still in the trolley. You know,
Yeah, it's like that,
It was still
literally,
in
bro.
the
It's like
trolley.
that,
She went to the
100%.
parking and found that trolley, and her phone.
There's so many carts there, nobody uses.
So
that
basically, don't get
specific cart.
stressed about it that you lost
Yeah.
your phone.
I think it's so safe that it's not good. I don't know how to say this, but like you must. Like I don't know, like
I
you
agree.
you
You know
lose your
why?
instincts.
You know why? Because
protect.
when I travel and like let's say anywhere else like America, UK, I forget things.
You get careless
because
of course.
I'm so used to Dubai being safe and like, oh shit, I just took off my watch and left it on a table. Like, oh no, like that's why. Like
Yeah,
I
of
travel
course.
with no watches. I travel with like nothing because
Mm.
I know I'm so forgetful because I'm used to how safe Dubai is. I'm like, okay, if I travel, I'm not even getting robbed. I'm just gonna forget it, you know?
Yeah, and you like you lose your
Instincts.
instincts to protect to
Yeah.
to be careful.
Yeah, like when I used to live in UK, like I'm like always watching behind my back, you know, like
Yeah.
you get those instincts, which is a good thing, I think, in a sense, you know, you learn to be street smart.
So another analogy, another way to look at this is that in Japan, everybody is so clean. Like whenever like the health of Japanese people is like top notch. Like if you
Yeah.
want to be the
I've
healthiest,
never been, but I've heard.
I've heard too. I've never been either. But it's like people are masked if they even cough. Like
Yeah.
they take responsibility for if they are feeling sick, they shouldn't pass it on.
Yeah.
Whereas everywhere else in the world, it's not like that. So and they go on to live the longest.
Yeah.
The data shows. But those same people, when they go out of Japan, because Japan is so clean,
They died of
they
faucets.
yeah they get sick because their immune system stops, I suppose, fighting.
Yeah, fighting it, right? I think everything in life has a balance, right? It's like
You must have a balance. Yeah.
if you're spoiled, then you don't know how to work hard. If you're going through hard times, you learn to work hard.
Do you think Dubai is like people in Dubai are super spoiled all the time?
No, I think that's also a misconception.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they were, you wouldn't see how it's growing, you know, how it's developing, because you don't build that much if you were just like, oh, okay, let's chill. I think in every place in the world there are spoiled people, but I think that's a false narrative that people have, you know. And everyone thinks that everyone in Dubai is millionaires. They're not. There is a lot of millionaires, but it's just not like I remember a guy came to Dubai. It's like, oh, why don't I see Lamborghinis everywhere? I'm like, okay, there is a lot of Lamborghinis, but you're not just gonna see like 100 Lamborghinis drive by it every second. But look, I think it's a beautiful place, but I don't think people are spoiled. I think there's a lot of hardworking people there too.
No, I'm sure. I mean, like you don't come from a rich background, as you said yourself.
Yeah.
You made your money.
Yeah.
You made your net worth to be whatever it is today, and you chill with all the billionaires. But a lot of people don't. Like a lot of people that are there, I feel like I don't know how to put this, but like a lot of kids there, they're just being born into this ridiculous wealth in such a small country. And like the amount of shopping that I've seen people do, like it just puts me
You know, the thing
in
is,
a spot
I
where
think
I don't know what to think.
Dubai has become like the hub for rich people.
Yeah.
So I don't think necessarily there are people from Dubai. I think it's a lot of tourists. Like every rich person in the world wants to come to Dubai. Like it's just known for that luxury
Yeah.
right now. So I think that's why you see like everyone shopping. But it's like similar to like if you go to Paris, like to the shopping, like lots of rich people go there to do shopping. So, but I don't think it's necessarily always people from Dubai. But like you said, it's become that like hub where like you see on Instagram all the time. Like anything luxury is Dubai. Anything like, oh, I like all these crypto millionaires Dubai, all these like gurus that are shopping around. So, but of course, there is going to be like some people born into rich families, of course. And I think generally the Middle Eastern like upbringing is like in America, you might have like a very rich family, but the kid gets nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's like struggling kind of like
After 18, get out of the house, go
after
work in a
eating it out.
McDonald's.
So I think Dubai is one of those places where it's like, if your family's rich, you're rich too. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Like they take care of the kids, which it's something really good, you know. But I think that's what you mean. Like you might see some like younger kids that have access to a lot of money, you know.
Yeah. I don't think that's good. I personally believe that people should learn how to make money and not just be born with a silver spoon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't sit very well with the concept of not doing anything yet having everything. I think Jackie Chan
Yeah.
very famously said that, you know, my kids are getting nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like they grow up, they do whatever they want to do. I'll donate all my money. I think that's a little extreme,
Yeah.
but at the same time,
I
I
think-
do understand where he's coming from, where you have to let the kid learn his or her own skill, do what they deserve,
yeah.
work hard to know that, you know, hard work pays off.
Yeah. I think there's never like a right answer. Like I also think that like if you're brought up struggling or like with nothing, then you would appreciate money. I don't know if there's ever a right answer. Sometimes you see people that have been in rich families continue it. Sometimes you see people that have been struggling and just keep struggling, you know?
Mhm.
So I don't think there's like a specific method. I agree with like you shouldn't give them everything. But there's just never like the right answer, you know?
Mm. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Also, talking about this luxurious lifestyle,
Yeah.
of course, you own many luxury items.
Yeah.
If you could just keep one, what it would be and why?
His car.
I mean, which car? Of course, to be precise.
Like specifically keep a luxury item.
yeah.
I mean, if I just have to pick one, I just pick the most expensive one and just sell it, right? I mean, if it's just
I
an
mean, no,
item,
like-
right?
Be smart
Not
about
I'm
it.
because
pretty
of the-
smart, like, like honestly, like I don't care about the cars I have. It's like there's no spot in my heart like, oh, this is my Ferrari.
It's all money. Yeah.
It's just a thing.
It's for
Yeah.
the people to get thirsted over.
Yeah, like look, my philosophy, like even when I bought my first Ferrari, like this is a story I've said, like the first Ferrari I bought was all my money, you know? So I just feel like when you have money, okay, great, like use it. Like people get so obsessed with numbers, like what's the point of
You know,
it?
but like there are things, you know, like you have some personal attachment with that, with those things.
I mean, then it wouldn't be literally my most luxury item. Like it might be something
Okay.
that
Mm,
like a
makes
watch
sense.
that a loved one bought me, you know?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the most expensive thing.
Mm.
So it wouldn't, it would just be like, oh, like my first watch was a Casio my sister bought me, you know? That's something that like is sentimental to me.
Beautiful watch, by the way. Is
Yeah.
it the
Classic
digital
one.
one? The
Yeah.
classic?
No. It's actually like, it's like a silver one. It's not even like a popular one.
I think it's the one.
I think I own that one. The one you're talking about, the metal one.
Yeah, like a metal round one, you know?
It's a
So
beautiful watch. What's the most? I mean, a lot of people, you know, want to know these things because you give out that vibe that money. You sell money. You literally do.
I
that
think
with your
that's the
content,
problem. Like everyone just sees me as money.
They do.
And that's the biggest problem I have. And that's why like I think my mom gets worried because she's like, listen, everyone just looks at you as money. Even if you don't have any money, they see you as money. And I think it's a good thing and a bad thing. Like I think because of my content, I've always been around billionaires. Like
Yeah.
always, like rich. So that's what people see me like. I didn't have money, but I was around so much money that people just saw me, oh, he's rich. I'm like,
Yeah.
I wish I had 1% of what this guy has. Like, I don't. They're my friend, but his money is not my money. It's like I'm vlogging it, you know. But I also think it's good because I think if you're around rich people, you know how they say if you have 4 rich friends,
Yeah.
the 5th one's gonna be you. If you have like 4 bodybuilder friends, the 5th one's
true.
gonna be
Very
you.
true.
So I think that's kind of like how things worked for me. Like I was always around rich people, and I always felt the brokest. I was the brokest. So that's what made me just keep going. Because essentially I was just like their videographer. You know, like I'm vlogging for myself, but like I'm just videoing your lifestyle. And it was working out. So to a sense, and also I think if you're around rich people, like these are the business owners. They give you the business deals, you know?
Yeah.
So a lot of times, like people around me, they were doing deals with me. Hey, okay, well, he's getting crazy numbers and people see me on the street. Actually promote my business, you know? So
Yeah.
I think it's always
I think you positioned yourself very smartly. You positioned yourself, and I think luck played a huge role
huge
as well,
role.
because you positioned yourself in a country that was just blowing up.
Yeah.
You positioned yourself in the industry that was blowing up,
Yeah.
which is luxury.
Yeah.
In Dubai, I mean, that's what, when we think of Dubai, we think of luxury. So
Yeah.
you placed yourself and your brand behind the lifestyle Dubai sells. So you became all of a sudden the hottest guy in Dubai.
Yeah.
And also, I think you were one of the, not anymore, but like you're probably one of the first influencers, not the only one now,
Yeah.
obviously, but one of the first influencers out of Dubai who actually hit it big, and
Yeah.
the entire UAE knew you.
Yeah, I think it's right place, right time. But they also say like if you want to be successful, it's like when opportunity meets preparation, right? I think I was in the right place and I just did it, you know? Like
Yeah.
there was a lot of people there also kind of doing YouTube, but like I think look, I always say luck plays a huge role. Of course, you can never say like I don't get lucky, you know? But some people don't take advantage of their luck, you know? And I always say there's so much opportunity in the world, you know? Like I think every single person can become successful, very successful. It's just if you want it, you know? Like, I think if I offered you $1 billion right now to go and train every single day and become a UFC fighter, you would do it for that billion. But if I told you, do it for nothing and in 5 years you'll become a champion, you're not going to do it. So I think people just want result now, but it's not going to work like that. Like, every single one of the people watching this right now, you can all become successful YouTubers. Like, for the next 3 years, make 5 reels a day and 2 good vlogs, not lousy ones, you know, like, put your all in it, you will all become successful. But they're not going to do it because, like, after a month, it gets boring.
Yeah.
It gets tiring. You know, it's like telling someone to do 1,000 push-ups every day. Like, are you going to do it? You would look very good.
Yeah.
Like, everyone on earth should have a six-pack. It's easy. Like, everyone knows the formula. It's not like a secret formula. Eat healthy, do push-ups. It's the same with money. Like, everyone on the earth, everyone knows how to get rich. It's just they don't want to do it.
They don't want to put the work behind
Yeah.
it. That's very true.
Like
actually.
people are just so much into the reward that they're getting. They're not like it's a saying that says, "Love the process, not the reward."
Yeah.
But I don't think so. That's the
That's
case
that's
anymore.
actually true. That's very
Yeah.
true. Because like I think so when I started hiring for my team, for my YouTube channels, I realized one thing, that the youngsters now, they want instant reward.
Yeah,
They want
true.
instant fame. They think, okay, Shahveer, we're attaching ourselves to him. We're gonna get hype. We're gonna get clout. We're gonna get money,
Yeah.
and that's it. But if they don't get all three of those things, they just think that, okay, I don't think it's working out for me anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas they miss out the point completely that it took me 10 years to where I am right now.
And I think the problem nowadays is there's so much fake things on the internet.
Of course.
I think like if you go on the internet, you'll see like a 15-year-old saying, I just made $20,000
Yeah.
this month and you can do
just
it too.
making TikTok reels.
Just making TikTok reels. I actually have a friend that does this.
I think that's true though.
That's actually true,
I
yeah.
believe that.
To a sense, if you do it good enough, but I think there's just so much like nowadays you see millionaires every second on your Instagram,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So it doesn't even feel special anymore. Like
Yeah.
10 years ago, it's like, oh, there's a Lamborghini. Now it's like, all right, where's the Bugatti? You know, like, all right, wow, Lamborghini. So what? Every other person has one on Instagram.
But I
right?
also think they're like Instagram millionaires. and
yeah, so
real
that's what I'm saying. There's
millionaires.
so many
Like,
fake ones as
yeah,
well. Like,
exactly.
That's true.
so I think because people are seeing it so much, it's like to get someone to like try and build up wealth. They're like, oh no, well, this guy on the internet in 3 months he made $1 million. That's what I should be getting, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why you see a lot of people just lost and they just don't want to do anything. They're just expecting $1 million in
Yeah.
3 months.
Again,
Yeah.
completely missing out on the point that, dude, there is probably 10 years of experience and hard work and blood, sweat, and tears behind this guy's $1 million.
Yeah.
You're never gonna get there in 10 days.
Yeah.
It
I
took him
think people
10 years to
compare
get there.
someone's day 100 with their day 1.
Day one, exactly. That's
Yeah.
true.
That shouldn't be the case. You should be like you versus you. What was you yesterday and
Yeah.
what you are today.
So speaking about the fact that you sell money, what is your most prized possession?
Like money
Money-wise,
property. Just
Mm.
property, I have to say.
how much you spend on it?
To be honest, I don't have a big mansion. I just have like multiple properties, you know. So I think the biggest is just like $1 million. So not a crazy purchase, but I have like a few. I mean, I've never lived in a house that I bought Just because like I move around a lot. I'm a vlogger, so if I buy it, I rent it out. I think that's like the safest investment I can do.
It is. That's very true.
So that's my biggest possession. Not $1 billion yacht, not a
Yeah.
Not just yet. Maybe another 5 years.
not yet. I don't think I'd ever buy a yacht.
Yeah,
Why not?
Unless
pretty
I had
cool, man.
ridiculous amounts of money, I think it's just a headache. You could rent it out. It's one of those things. It's like having a swimming pool in your house. Like, how often do you use it?
You're not gonna use it.
No,
enough.
like literally in Dubai, you can literally rent out a yacht for 500 dirhams. I mean, for an hour or two.
Hmm.
Why would you
I
spend
think this is
millions
the
of dollars?
this is the
on buying
mistake
one?
I made.
So
Like,
just think of
So when you have billions of dollars, you don't give a like you don't
Of
care about
course.
$500.
yeah,
That's the thing.
that's true.
I think people in Dubai they pay like hundreds of thousands of dollars to park their yachts
yeah.
100%.
at the whatever the place
I
is
had the
called.
craziest story recently. So I was in a restaurant sitting, and it was like 2 a.m. and the restaurant was gonna close down, right? And it was only me and a friend, and then these two guys behind us. So the restaurant closes down, so they kind of kick us out. Like not kick us out, but like, yeah, it's closed. So we went downstairs to the valet, and there was this really nice Mansouri Ferrari. It was like a crazy car with a nice plate number. So I was just messing around. So I went in my Mustang that day. And here's the thing, like I love my Mustang more than my Ferrari, more than my Bentley. Like I genuinely drive that car every day, but like people see it as like a brokey car. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I think people see.
By the way, Mustang is one of the nicest cars
I-
here in Pakistan.
I love Mustang.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
that's
true.
my favorite
That's
car.
true.
Bro, Mustang over here is like
But I
if
think
you have
in
a
Dubai-
Mustang, you're the guy.
Dubai, people think like it's one of the easiest cars you can get, like one of the
it's
first
like- it's-
cars.
Yeah. So it's like, so I was in my Mustang. So I was messing around. So this guy behind me, obviously the valet unlocks his Ferrari. So I was like, damn, like loud, And this guy starts laughing. He's like, like imagine you're walking up to your car and you should hear another guy say, damn, wow.
Yeah.
I was messing around, but I ended up talking to the guys. I was like, oh, I love cars. And he was a super nice guy. And then he was like, oh, you like cars? I have Bugatti too. I was like, oh shit, this kid's like 20. And he's like, I have 2 Bugattis. And he has like, and apart from that, he's like, oh yeah, I don't want to say, he has like a 2-digit plate number, which is like a couple million too. I was like, damn. I was like, now it's a real damn, Turns out the guy was like a royal family of another country.
Right.
So same night, he's like, so he kind of liked just like my mess around energy. He's like, actually, bro, if you like, I have yacht. You want to come? I was like, right now? Like it's 2 a.m. I was like, bro, let's go on your yacht. So we go on his yacht. We end up spending like a couple hours there. Like, I can't say the country. Like, this is like the ruler of a country, Like this kid's the prince. And
Yeah.
I was
Wow.
like, he was like, I just bought this penthouse, 250 million. I'm like,
How many zeros are in there?
I was like 250. I was like,
250.
and I'm there like, I think-
2500000.
So he's like, how much do you make on YouTube? I'm like, it's good, No, very good. Yeah, I'll be your neighbor soon. But yeah, like I think when you're around this, you realize like, yo, like we need to do more in life.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, there's certain people in life you can never get to that guy's position because not only does he have money, but he has a country.
Yeah.
You
owns
know
a
what I
country.
mean? He's a prince. You know what it means to be a prince of a country?
Yeah.
You're the owner of that country. Like you run shit.
Yeah.
It's not like you're a democratic leader that
Yeah,
people
it's
can
a-
vote you out. No,
No,
you're the
that's-
prince. You
Actually, he
are the
said
guy.
that this specific country, he said we have 95% of it and 5% is like another leader. I told him, why don't you kick him out? Like, I was like, well, like you're like, he said, because they like rule the army and that kind of stuff. You're the army, just like he's like, no, but we're peaceful with each other. I was like, all right,
Look, Mo, if shit goes down,
I'm calling
you
the prince.
instigated it, my man.
Yeah, exactly. I just felt like why not?
CNN. Mo vlogs caused 1,000 deaths again.
Just the intrusive thought, like why? Just take it over.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Just makes
That's
sense, right?
Crazy. That's crazy.
So, how long are you here in Pakistan for?
Hopefully gonna be here for like 4 more days. So
I'm so glad you're here, by the way.
Yeah.
And I want you to stay here longer
Yeah.
and visit all the places that I'm gonna tell you because I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you the nicest ones.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
I think I'm gonna definitely come back a lot more. Like hopefully with my family,
Please do.
Yeah.
Please do and be
honestly,
our guest.
I think they'll love it. I think this is such a last minute trip. Like I booked the flight 1 day before I came,
Mm.
No
So
way.
it was just like a very spontaneous trip. I was just like, I'm
Like, I
going.
want you to come again, and I want you to spend time with just time with your family in Pakistan.
Yeah.
And I want to take you to places or I'm gonna tell you the places,
Yeah.
and you have to visit those places, and you're gonna actually feel like you'll. Let me show you Switzerland and Pakistan.
Yeah.
Is that what's the area called?
Hunza,
No,
Hunza, Sawat,
what's the
Fairy
area that,
Meadows.
like India and Pakistan are fighting for?
Kashmir.
Kashmir. I've heard
Yes.
Kashmir.
Yeah,
is
Kashmir is
beautiful.
also beautiful.
Unbelievable.
That's beautiful.
I want to go to Kashmir.
Kashmir would be a little difficult because it's so troubled. I went there, so I'll tell you my own Kashmir story. I went to Kashmir. When you enter Kashmir, you're practically entering in a zone where you shouldn't go
It's like a war
because
zone.
it's like a war zone, kind of like not completely, but
Yeah.
kind of like, right? So I go in there. We're just having fun. It was like 11 of us. We took a bus there, full on, like dancing in the bus.
Yeah.
We went to a mountain. We like climbed a mountain. We were there. We were above the clouds. It was beautiful. Coming down, we got stopped by the police.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Like back home. Well, do you guys have passports? No, we don't have passports. What do you mean?
Why would you have your passport?
Right. So thing is that when you go into Kashmir and when you go back into Pakistan,
It's like another
It's like-
country.
not another country like we like to say that it's part of us and India likes to say it's part of them, but it's
Yeah.
treated like it's own place, its own separate
But
place.
isn't like half Pakistan's and half.
exactly. But again, it's like Azad
But like,
Kashmir.
is there like a physical half that belongs to Pakistan, or like
yeah.
it's just like unknown half?
No. Like
Okay.
there's a full on
There's like a border. Yeah. Okay.
So it was a hassle, and we learned that day not to go back to Kashmir just like that, unless and until you have like a green light by
Proper.
the army or the police or something. You have to have somebody back home
Yeah.
saying that okay, yeah, bring those guys back. Because I
Okay.
was for sure that they're never gonna let us back in because we don't have our passports, and it looked like a media car because our car, like our van or bus situation, had like a camera on it.
Oh, okay.
And we had cameras inside, so they thought that these guys are media people, and why are they like?
They're trying to cover it in a
Yeah,
specific
so
way.
they thought we were something that we were not because we were just vlogging the beauty of Kashmir, and it was a shit show. But I will take you to places that you will think are absolutely insanely gorgeous, like Hunza, like Swat, Natya Gali, and beyond. Even Balochistan, Daltar.
I heard
sorry.
Karachi is nice, but it's dangerous.
Karachi is a huge city. It's again not dangerous if you know the right places.
I've heard, that's the thing, guys.
yeah.
I'm going everywhere. I
Yeah.
don't care. I like
you
going
must,
places.
you must, and you must try our food. Like how big of a foodie are you?
I love food.
You love food.
Yeah, I love.
Have you tried? What should he try? Like, what's the best thing he should try?
I love the biryani. I guess.
You should try maybe
Okay. Then you have to go to Karachi for that.
Yeah,
Karachi has
biryani.
the realest biryani.
biryani, nihari, varis nihari. He can
The
try.
Varis Nihari.
You can also try
Varis
gol
Nihari.
gappas. I don't know. Pani
You
puri.
tried pani puris? You've been to
Yeah, I
India.
don't like that though.
You don't like
Really?
that? Have you tried pan?
Ah,
Which one's
Okay.
that?
Pan.
That's the
Wait,
treat.
it's like it's a leaf with.
Oh, I don't like that.
You don't like that? Do you
No.
like tulsi?
Which one's that?
Yo, can you grab tulsi? Actually, we're gonna do a
Is
tulsi
the first
test
one
on
you said.
Mo.
Is that thing with the watery thing inside it?
No,
the
so that yeah, the golgappa, the pani puri is that.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
You don't like pani puri. You don't like pan.
I love chicken. I love beef. I'm a very simple type. That's why I love like the biryanis. I love spicy chicken,
Okay.
spicy beef.
I'm thinking. Have you tried nihari?
What's that? You just gave me
Beef.
names right now.
Dude, I
I don't know.
Let me explain what nihari is. Nihari is an emotion.
okay, wow.
You're eating
I never
emotions,
knew that.
bro. It's if you snooker room.
Should I just go and grab?
Snooker room left side पे जहाँ पे speaker पड़ा है ना वहाँ उसके पीछे एक तुलसी का डब्बा होगा. I just want him to try tulsi and
Yeah.
because it's very close to pan and you don't
Okay.
like pan. I wonder if you like tulsi. Like just try like 2 or 3 danas.
I'm really bad with food. Like I'm not that guy that'll try everything.
Yeah.
Especially with food. Everything else like I'll try, but food is just like
You can't risk.
I like what I like.
Yeah.
You like sushi,
No,
dude.
I don't get why. Like the only sushi I like is cooked beef sushi.
Cooked beef sushi.
I don't understand.
You said 3 things that don't make sense together.
We don't live in the Stone Age. Why are people eating raw fish with like a wrap of rice around?
Because
it?
it's beautiful.
It's disgusting.
Do you guys like sushi?
Sushi is disgusting. It's
Okay,
a
you
fact.
guys are all weird.
I mean, like, I'm
I
not a
think it's
fan
one of
of
those
you
things
guys.
that became like a
Sushi,
trend
but-
where people just started having it because it became like a trendy thing to eat. It's disgusting. You have an oven, cook your food, put some rice on it, great. But why would you have a raw chicken with a raw fish? Even worse. Here,
Okay,
Of
some
course
more
not.
vlogs.
Is it in my hand?
Testing
yeah, it's in
tulsi
your
for the
hand.
first
Oh, it's like
time.
seeds.
Live
Yeah,
reaction.
I'll eat with you, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. Mint refreshment.
It's like sweets.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's nice.
It's not
Easy.
bad.
Fresh press.
It's not amazing.
It's amazing.
I mean, I know
It's a bit
people.
weird. It's like swallowing chewing gum. Don't you think so?
You've never tried this before?
No.
No,
It's a bit odd. Yeah, it's like swallowing a chewing gum.
I think he's really gonna love Hajmola.
bro.
If he hates
Do you want
tulsi,
him to go back to Dubai?
I think he's gonna love
No,
Hajmola.
it's not bad. It's like swallowing mint, you know?
Yeah, of course. It's a mouth
It is.
freshener.
It's mouth freshener,
Yeah.
but it's like, what do you call soft in English?
Soft?
Soft. Fennel seeds?
Fennel seeds, yeah, I think so.
यार कितना मुश्किल नाम है soft का English में.
Flannel.
Flannel
Or
seeds.
fennel, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what she said, but it's some sort of seeds and
English naya.
English,
Yeah.
good. No, good stuff, man. Look, Mo, we're running out of time. I know you have to go somewhere
Yeah.
after this. Dude, Aya, we're taking you
Yeah,
there.
we're going to the city
Let's
walk
go.
of Pakistan.
City
Yeah.
Walk of Pakistan. Would love for you to come back.
100%.
100%.
You know, I swear to God, like, grab my number, shoot me a text anytime. You're just
Yeah.
like 5 minutes away from my
For sure.
house. Consider this your own home. And please bring your family again. You know, sit with us, have dinner with us, and I want to show you more beautiful locations. in
Inshallah,
Pakistan.
inshallah. I can't wait. Thank you so much for
Inshallah.
having me.
Thank you so
brother.
much for your
Appreciate
time,
it.
man.
Thank
It
you,
was
thank
really
you.
nice meeting you.
Have a good one.
Subscribe, like, share.
Subscribe if you haven't already. Check Mo's podcast. He also does a podcast. If you like what he said, even if you didn't like what he said, go
Just
and check out his
subscribe.
podcast channel in the description below. Thank you so much. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we will as always catch you in the next one. Peace out.
Let's go.
Amazing.
Allah
Thank you,
Hafiz.
guys. Thank you. Thank you.